Come on, come on. Beauty. Probably about 600 grams or so maximum. Really ripped into this worm, so it's always good to see if you can adjust it. You can still get maximum value out of your worm, because that was really a ferocious hit on it. Okay, so yeah, what they say is you should look for an ambush point, you know, like a thinning area, or just somewhere they hit those little birds on their nest. So an area between a bunch of bushes, you know, that makes like a tunnel type of situation, and that is usually where they would lie in ambush, because the little fish will just choose the easiest path, and then the bigger ones will lie in wait for them. And that was a typical example of that fish, because I threw it far out and I drew it in through that gap, and once it was through that gap I immediately felt him. I think a lot of times you don't even feel the bites, because they would simply just like put it gently in their mouths and that's it. And if you don't respond in that moment, you're missing your opportunity. But don't let anybody tell you how to catch fish. You just go out there and you try doing it yourself. You just think of your own ideas, what to do. There's no wrong way really. But I'm sure there is a lot of techniques that we can copy from the big names. I think a big factor these days of the guys catching big fish and a lot of fish is the electronics they use. You know, they use stuff that they can see how their lures go down into the water and how the fish approaches it, and yeah, so I don't know if that really is the type of fishing one wants to do. You know, it's like there's almost no challenge to it. It's a matter of driving in your boat and finding the location where the fish are and just simply taking them out. But they are, that's technology is changing all the time, so technology can be your friend or it can be your enemy. Better to make it your friend. I think they're kind of used to me by now. They've seen me so many times. She's actually grazing, feeding her baby, while I'm just like 3-4 meters away from them. They look quite relaxed. That's what's nice of coming to a place like this, you know, you can experience all these type of things. And catch a couple of nice fish. There's a nice fish there. A nice fish. Come on. Take it. I actually saw the back of it sticking out above the water. Shucks. See that you get kind of a little bit trigger happy. Sometimes a bump against a lily leaf can feel exactly the same as a gentle thump of fish. The mother is coming directly to me because the little chick is there behind her on the nest. So I won't harass her too much. I just want to see a little bit of her reaction, what she will do. Chick knows she must go back to the nest. Come on, don't worry, nie? Don't worry. We'll just leave her. As you can see, I'm no threat to her at all. Look at the scenery, it's just beautiful, the reflection in the water. All in all, it's just such a good place for your soul. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you can talk about the golden hour in fishing, but this is the time where the water is so smooth and the reflection of the water is like just adding to the whole tranquil feeling of the place. And then you see everything that's happening on the water. If there's a movement, it's not always fish that's doing something, sometimes it's bugs and stuff that fall in the water, and then they kind of make you think that there's a fish there, but very often it is fish that start eating these bugs that fall in the water and so on. So it's good to look out for top surface reaction, and basically trying to catch the fish that you see. Like here right in front of me here, there was something that moved, and it's definitely nothing else than a fish. You can just get him to respond. Yes, exactly what I said, you see. So there's a good example of looking at the surface of the water at this time of the day, because you can really see all kinds of activities on the surface of the water, and sometimes it's fish. It's quite a good example we just saw now. So yeah, let's just keep on looking for movement on the water and see if we can provoke those little fish, or the mother of all fishes, or the daddy of all the fishes, to attack our shiny lure. So there's my son, far left over there, if you can see him, just there, sitting and enjoying nature. Such a good boy. He's not a boy anymore, he's like 16 years old. And it's such a good thing to be a father. There's a lot of challenges to it, but if I have to choose over, there's no way I would not want to be the father of these two boys. Yeah, I saw another one moving here to my right. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some reaction. So there's one of the log homes that you can stay in here at Stanford Lake. And this one is actually quite large. It's double story. It can take, I think, about 12 people comfortably, with a bed for each person, not even a couch. There's like beds for all people. So if you have a large family, or you're a bunch of friends that you want to share the cost of hiring a log home that's beautifully finished off, I mean, it's got a beautiful fireplace inside that you can sit around. That's it. You can sit around you can sit around the fireplace when it's cold and misty outside and enjoy the beautiful view of Stanford Lake while you're making wonderful, nice food of your choice. Playing games. We love playing games, our family actually. Me and my wife, we almost every weekend play games. Just board games, you know. Yeah. Oh, you see there's a fish moving. If I can reach it. Oh, it's too far. I have to try getting a bit closer. I think this crankbait I've got here is a square bill sexy shad, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they call it. I think this is what they call a sexy shad. I've caught many fish on this little thing. Come on, fishies, show yourself. Okay, in that cabin that you can see there, that is the so-called 3-room cabin, and that one's the closest to the water actually. So if you have a kayak or something like me, it's actually quite comfortable to carry down to the water if you stay there. The others are a little bit further away, but not even really. Scenery here with this late afternoon sunlight. It's just something, I just can't get enough of this place, honestly. It would be my dream to own a place like this on my old day, you know, once I'm retired and so on. That would be wonderful. My son just caught 2 fish at once in one cast, so I have to go and see that and get it on film. I've never caught 2 fish on one lure, so that's quite interesting. Een op elke hoek?
Ja.
My heerlikheid.
Ek het net toe.
Ek het hulle gesien, ja, daar. My hemel. Sien hulle swem so saam, die kleintjies. Cool stuff. Otherwise, it's the sound of the birds. Later on, late afternoon, you hear the frogs kicking in big time. So all in all, it's like therapy. That's basically why I'm doing these videos, that in the winter time when I'm not able to come here so often, or it's not really inside fishing season, but I can just experience this wonderful tranquility. Yeah, I can just experience it over and over. I must actually maybe look for some footage I've got of the winter, that you can just see the difference in how that looks between the winter and the summer. I mean, these trees that you see here that are so beautifully green, they are all just dry trees, dry brown trees, which also offers its own type of beauty. Oh, you see that? Machtig. It almost looked like he was attacking my line, because my lure wasn't quite there yet. That's quite interesting. You make a point of listening. No, man, that felt like a bite. They've got a huge variety of birds, and they are listed on the website. And even in each log home or cottage, you will find info of all the animals and birds that's in this area. So walking around in a natural forest and so is really wonderful. And the big dam, this is Stanford Lake. Ebenezer Dam is basically just across that bridge, and the property borders all along a big part of, not a big part, but a big part of the property is on borders onto Ebenezer Dam. So there is a lot of places to go and walk, and there's other places you can go and fish. You can go fish for like carp and whatever else you would like to fish there in Ebenezer. I love bass fishing because of the kayak situation. So yeah, there's really a lot of things you can keep yourself busy with here. That's a 3-room cottage, very comfortable. It's got you see that last part of the patio in front is closed up, so even if it's raining you can still sit in the patio and have a great view and have a braai. So as you can see, sometimes when your legs get a bit tired, you can actually put them on top of your pedals and imagine yourself, you're lying on your couch at home with the huge benefit of catching fish. So there's a little bit of movement on the water there. Let's see if that was something like a fishy. Yes. Just like I thought. Oh, you little naughty. Okay, there is a... Oh, do you see that fish there? Do you see that there? There's some serious jumping. Let's go see what's happening there. See if I can reach that one before it decides to go away. Oh, it's a little bit off target. But if you just twist it like that, whoo, it's another one on my right hand side. It just jumped. Yes. As and that's how it works. Okay, as you could see, it came off. But that's how it works. You see there's another one here on my right hand side. Let me just fix this quickly. So yeah, they are here. Late afternoon action. Only difficulty in this area is that there's very thick grass. Fresh new green grass just underneath the surface here. So you might even know what kind of grass it is, but I can't tell you what kind of grass it is, but it's growing these long streaks from the bottom, and you know your lure kind of gets stuck, especially if you're catching with a provocative type of lure like this. So you kind of get stuck in the weeds, in the grass. And almost as if they're in an orchestra and they're being told to start singing, quacking together, the frogs wake up from their daily sleep. Some action. Come on, can you provoking me? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Come on. So that is not a theory. It's a reality. That's how you catch them this time of the day. Make sure this guy's keeping still. Can get the hooks out of him. Yeah, it's really a bunch of smallish fish. Oh, can you believe that jumps back into the boat? Hey, you want to stay? Here's a good example of the thick grass here. There he goes. Nice. And just look how beautifully the water is reflecting the clouds in the sky. It's like the best therapist in the world. I don't think have I ever been to a therapist? I don't think so. This is my therapist. I've been to a counselor, but not to a therapist. So this is my therapy. This scene that you see, the calmness, the frogs, the fishes. This is my therapy. It doesn't really matter what the size of the fish are. They can be big, they can be small. It's all just the fun of catching them. There was something. Yes. I say. See that slightest of movements. If you look out for it, and you know how to provoke the little fish into catching your little fish, then you can have fun. Beautiful. Ooh, sorry. Come here. Okay. There it is. Oh, okay. Got my finger there. Oh, isn't this fun? Isn't this just fun? It's just so nice. See, what is nice, sometimes we've got flying ants, and they really wake the fish up. And whenever you see them strike on the flying ants, then you can just you cast right on top of them. Sometimes they will just, because they're in such a feeding frenzy in that moment, they will immediately attack your lure. So that's quite fun. So sometimes there's a whole swarm of these flying ants of a race media that comes over here. A race media is in Afrikaans. And then you see them just everywhere. You have to just like choose where you're going to throw next. I'll say. Yo, this one was aggro. Had to use the pliers to get this one off. But thank you so much for responding to our invitation. Ooh, watch out for a lure. There he goes. Okay, people, I think that's going to be it for today. Unfortunately, I've got a wife and a son sitting here next to the water, also enjoying the whole scenery, but we want to get some nice takeaway pizzas here, and one of the restaurants makes the best pizzas in this whole area, and we need to pack up. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel rested, although you were not here. I can tell you I feel absolutely rested, calm. I had my therapy for the week. I can take on my duties and enjoy life. Hope you will join me again next time.